What if I told you that a rising star averaging over 21 points per game might not be worth even $20 million a year in today's NBA? That's the conversation heating up front offices right now, as executives debate whether Quentin Grimes is really worth that kind of payday, especially when a proven vet like Trent Jr. is making just $4 million. Let's break down the real value of Grimes, what NBA executives are saying behind closed doors, and how today's salary cap changes are reshaping player value in ways fans might not even notice. If you love NBA drama, contract controversy, and the behind-the-scenes money game, smash that like button, subscribe, and comment your thoughts below. Let's jump right in. Quentin Grimes had a breakout showing last season with the Philadelphia 76ers, averaging 21.9 points, 5.2 rebounds, and 4.5 assists across just 28 games. At only 25 years old, he's considered a versatile wing with a lot of upside. But here's the kicker. Despite those strong numbers, one NBA executive threw cold water on the idea that Grimes is worth $20 million per year. His reasoning? The way the cap is now, why would you spend $20 million on Quentin Grimes when you can get Trent Jr. for the minimum? Trent Jr., now with the Milwaukee Bucks, is making just under $3.7 million next season. That's less than half of Grimes' $8.7 million qualifying offer from the Sixers, and nowhere near the $20 million Grimes reportedly hopes to earn long term. This isn't just about two players. It's a snapshot of how teams are thinking in this new era of tighter budgets, luxury tax penalties, and second apron anxiety. Rewind back to 2016. The NBA salary cap spiked, and teams were handing out cash like candy on Halloween. Solid role players were getting massive deals, some of which teams are still regretting today. Fast forward to 2025, and it's a whole different game. The new collective bargaining agreement is punishing high spenders, and teams are much more cautious about giving mid-tier players big contracts, especially in restricted free agency. Grimes, like Josh Giddey, Jonathan Kuminga, and Cam Thomas, is finding that out the hard way. All of them are young, talented, and looking for their big payday. But general managers aren't biting, not like they used to. Only one team, the Cleveland Cavaliers, has dared to spend into the second apron of the luxury tax this offseason. Everyone else is playing it safe, trying to preserve flexibility and avoid costly penalties. Of course, not everyone is down on Grimes. Another front office member spoke glowingly about his potential, saying, "There are not many Swiss Army knife wings out there that score it as efficiently, defend, pass, or rebound like he does. He might not be elite at any one thing, but he's very good at a lot of them." That's a fair point. In a league that values versatility and two-way play, Grimes brings a lot to the table. He may not be an all-star, but he checks a lot of boxes for a modern wing. And let's not forget, he only played 28 games with Philly. Who's to say what kind of numbers he could put up with a full season and consistent minutes next to Tyrese Maxey? There's another problem. The RFA trap, restricted free agency, can be a double-edged sword. It gives the player's current team the right to match any offer, but that also scares away rival teams who don't want their time and effort wasted. That's likely what's happening here. Teams might like Grimes, they might want Grimes, but why go through the hassle of offering him a big deal if Philadelphia is just going to match it? So instead, they pivot to cheaper, unrestricted options like Trent Jr., who may not be quite as young or exciting, but gets the job done and doesn't tie up cap space in a negotiation battle. Here's where things get really tough for players like Grimes. In today's NBA, it's not just about how good you are. It's about how much value you provide relative to your salary. Let's say Grimes is worth $20 million. That's fine, until you look around and see similar players producing at 85 to 90% of his level for 1/4 the price. From a GM's perspective, that math doesn't add up. If you can get the same production for cheaper, why overpay? It's harsh, it's cold, but it's reality. So where does this leave Quentin Grimes? He's got talent, he's got youth, and he's shown he can produce when given the opportunity. But the cap environment is unforgiving. Unless a team is willing to bet big on his long-term upside, he may have to settle for a shorter deal, a lower number, or even just the qualifying offer, and hope he can prove himself again next year. It's a tough break for a player who's clearly better than many earning far more. But it's also a sign of how much the league has changed. Grimes isn't alone in this. Other rising players will face the same dilemma, proving that in the modern NBA, being good just isn't good enough. You also have to be cheap. What do you think? Is Quentin Grimes worth $20 million per year? Should teams prioritize upside and youth, or proven production at a discount? Drop your take in the comments. Hit that like button if you love NBA roster drama. And don't forget to subscribe for more behind-the-scenes insights from around the league. We've got you covered with the latest player moves, cap chaos, and everything NBA right here on the channel. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.